Welcome back to Writing Done Right. Well, today we're going to dive into PhpList one more time because, man, you guys love that PhpList application. So I'm going to do a little bit more deeper dives into it over the course of the next couple, maybe next couple of months. I'm not going to do consistent PhpList videos. But what we're going to do today is we're going to look at statistics panel and the statistics you can see. Eventually, we're going to talk about updating the system because I have noticed a little quirk with it. It likes to overwrite your custom files in there, and maybe there's better ways we can do that. I don't know. I'll research that as I do this. I have enough instances installed to play around with a few of them. But today, we're going to go ahead and jump right on over to the computer. And this is actually one of my live PHP lists. This is for my Christian channel. The newsletter is supposed to go out on the first Wednesday-ish of the month, or the last Wednesday of the month, depending on a few times. Of course, it is going to be delayed again. I just sent one out last week because we were delayed a little bit. And so we're going to delay the next one. But all that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the statistics, what we're doing with it, and you can kind of see some of the things that is going on. So right now we're just in the statistics panel, and we're going to start with the statistics overview. Now, one thing I'm going to say is there's going to be times I'm going to have to blur out the screen a lot because this is one of the active live lists that I have. This is kind of a new one. We're trying to get this one built, so hopefully we can get this thing built on. If you like Christian content, have a look over at the website, ourwalkinchrist.com. There you'll find the newsletter sign-in. Now, I use a double opt-in. I hate spam as much as the next guy, so if you sign up for my newsletter, you will get a confirm link. You have to click that link or you will not get the emails. And we'll go ahead and show you what that's going to look like. But what we're seeing here is we have all the campaigns that I've sent over the last couple years. You can see I've not been terribly consistent with the newsletter. I've been a lot more consistent this year, which is exactly the goal. And so you can see here, we started with the very first one. We had 27 emails were sent. And you can see that every single iteration, except for this one, we've actually had a growth of the list, even if it was only a single subscriber. So that means my list is still going in the right direction. That's totally awesome. This is our number of bounces, and this is the number of forwards. Now, not everybody that forwards it right. Oftentimes, they'll just forward it by pushing the forward button. There's actually a button at the top of the newsletter where you can actually forward it, and it will, if anybody uses that, it will show up in this list. The unique views tells us how many actual people open it up, and then the percentage is the percentage of the views compared to the list. So you can see that our percentage, not only do we have the sent number going up, but we also have the unique views going up, which means that the engagement in the list is going up as a percentage ratio. So the latest one that went out, which was called Camp is Crazy, had 18 actual unique views and 33% of people that it was sent to. A total of 2 clicks, so a 3.7% click-through rate. That is a little bit low, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and stick with that. So we'll go ahead and click in on this particular one here, and we can see the individual details on this particular campaign. Here was the subject of it. Let me open that in a new tab. I'm not sure where that's going to go. This is the date it was put into the system. This is the date it actually started to send. You can see 33 of them were sent out as HTML and 21 were sent out as text. This is an option when you sign up for the newsletter to receive them as HTML or as text. So you can see most people prefer the HTML, but it's close to 50-50. Nothing is bouncing. We have 18 opens, 2 clicks. Those are both unique clicks, and then we have a click per view rate is 11%. So that's pretty good. So clicking on that just gives us a copy of what the newsletter is going to look like, just in the basic text. So this is what I'm doing for mine. I have a little essay at the top, around 500 or so words. This is the next book, which is coming down the pipeline. Usually there's a button to the website for the book that's promoted here, but this one's not published yet. So we are just in the process of getting this guy set up. And I include a list of the latest teachings of the month since we are a YouTube heavy channel. On this particular channel, I'm listing the short clips, which are the podcasts, and I'm listing the longer clips, the more deeper dives. And then we have a footer. The stop sending, so it stays in an embargo, and anybody that signs up to the newsletter list after it first goes until after it is after this is done will also receive a copy of this. It's going to requeue every week until this. So it has been sent to, I only have one list on this particular newsletter platform, and that's intentionally what I'm trying to do. All right, so back to the statistics. You can hit your view opens, and this is all the information we have. And when we hit this guy here, this will give us a list of the, we're not going to scroll down the page for easier editing here, but it gives us the subscribers as the actual emails. So I know the person who got it. I have the date it was sent. Some of them will not. They do not all go out at the exact same time. I have my system set to send them in small batches so I don't overwhelm the servers and look like spam. I also have it sent so it doesn't send to the same URL address like gmail.com in the same batch. So all of those will be spread over different batches. The response time is how long after they received it did they click it. This will tell me how many times they clicked it, and then this will tell me the times, like the dates that they clicked it. So I see this person clicked it 3 times. It was all within 1 minute. This one here is all within 3 minutes. This one here is actually a little within an hour. So this person might be coming back to it a little bit later. Oh, I see this. I'll come back and maybe read it later. So maybe that's what happened there. So that's can be useful information depending on what you're doing. Here's the click statistics. So this will give us the actual links. So you can see that 2 links were clicked, one of them in the HTML format, one in the text format, 2 different subscribers. And if you click on the campaign, then it's actually going to give you the list of the links in here. So this is all the links that are in the newsletter. You can see most of it's, some of it's the social media sites. I can see if they're going to the social media sites. This is the PhpList at the bottom. And what you'll find is these are the 2 that people clicked on. So people were actually interested enough in my newsletter to click on one of the YouTube videos. So this tells me that putting the YouTube videos at the bottom of the ones that they might have missed is a good thing. It tells me that people are saying, oh, that's interesting, I missed that one, and then they click it, and then they go off to see what it is. So I can see exactly what was clicked and when it was clicked and how many times the individual link was clicked inside. So the URL click statistics, this is I believe this is between all campaigns. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe it is all the campaigns. This is just all of the URLs that were clicked altogether. And so these are the available URLs. This is how many times it was in a message, and this is how many times they were clicked. So there's certainly a little bit of engagement over there. And then domain statistics tells me how many different domains there are here. Now, I mentioned at the very beginning, if you wanted to sign up for this, you need to click the link. Otherwise, you will not get it, even if you signed up. That's what my confirmed versus my unconfirmed. So the top domains with 50 or more subscribers is Gmail. Of the Gmails, 24 of them are confirmed, 5 are unconfirmed, and 1 is blacklisted. The blacklisted means that they've clicked the unsubscribe button, so your system knows that not to send them out the message unless they go in and actually unblacklist themselves from it. So you can go ahead and do this. Now, I can manually confirm addresses, but I don't do them unless I have direct contact with individual people. Maybe if I'm collecting their email addresses at a conference or something, they've put their name on the list, they understand that they're getting my newsletter, I'm going to go in, put their email address in, and mark it as confirmed. But as far as people organically getting it by going to the website, then those ones, they'll have to enter in the information, they're going to get an email back, and they'll have to click it. The problem with Gmail, of course, is Gmail is going to drop those into spam nearly every time. These are the ones with the most confirmed domains, so you can see the variety. So there's a lot of unconfirmed, particularly, I'm not sure. Some of these look like they're probably not going to be legit ones, but that's why I do that. I don't want to be sending out a bunch of spam in the system. And this will give us information on message bounces, but I don't have any message bounces, mostly because I manage my email list pretty well. So anyway, hopefully that helped you out with reading and understanding the statistics in your PhpList campaign, and give you some ideas about things you can look for, things you can do in your newsletter. And of course, I'll go ahead and walk through two more things here. First, let me show you what this looks like on the website, and then we'll go ahead and also show you what this looks like from the administrative end. So over on the website, this is actually the website. This is my Christian stuff. So if you're not into the Christian stuff, this is one you're going to want to pass on. If you are into the Christian stuff, you can go ahead and I have a daily scripture. These are YouTube shorts. I have a prophets series we're doing on Thursday nights. I have a podcast, and we'll have the occasional blog. And right here on the front in the middle, enter your name and the email address and hit subscribe. And then that's going to send you over to our newsletter opt-in system. So that's going to be at newsletter.ourwalkinchrist.com. So we'll head on over there, and that's what this one's going to look like. So you can subscribe to the newsletter. You can update your preferences. So if you go ahead and hit this, you can unsubscribe from it here, whatever else you need to do. You can contact the administrator over here. That might just pull up an email list. So if it does, that's probably what that's going to do. And then here is the opt-in, and this will tell you, do you want to do text or HTML? Yep, it's trying to send up Thunderbird. So let's close that out. All right. So that is how I have my configuration set. Of course, I do have some tutorials about how I match this up to kind of match the theming of the site. And it does. Let me go to the post so you can kind of see how it matches the theming of the site. So here is the website. Here is the theming on the newsletter. And I actually have a little bit about how I pulled this off. And if I don't, ask me. Maybe I'll do another tutorial on that. That requires a little bit more HTML. Well, anyway, hopefully this has been handy for you to learn a little bit more about your editing or your mailing lists and things like that. Sorry, I just did a video on editing. That'll be out soon. Hopefully this will help you on your quest on your newsletters, using PhpList and understanding the statistics that you can get from your campaign and how to pull all that kind of stuff off. With that, I'm Tom. Thanks for having a look over here. Head on over to the website, WritingDoneRight.net. We have essays, not on every one of the videos we do, but on several of them. So if you want to head on over there and learn a little bit more, if you're more of a, want to see some of the stuff in print, go ahead and do that. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope that we have taught you how to get your writing done right.